Hi there, I just wanted to give you a heads up on what's coming next in this course, and it has to do with the course hand-in assignment. So if you go to the course content and you look at the the Dropbox assignments under course hand-in assignments, it will take you to this. And you see that you have 3 Dropboxes or hand-in assignments in this course. The rest is all based around the actual discussion posts that you contribute to. And the first one is the student facilitated discussion, which you complete 1 week after your designated student facilitation week that you've signed up for. And then the other 2 have to do with your final project. There's the action research proposal and the action research assignment. So the proposal is due in week 6, and it's really important that you observe this due date because I need to get it marked and back to you as soon as possible to make sure that you're on the right course for your final action research assignment. So note the October 24th due date for this, and you really should start thinking about this as soon as possible. There's 2 parts to this action research. The first one is you just do sort of an outline, 1-page outline on what your action research proposal is going to look like, and then you actually have the time to experiment in your class, and then you write the actual research assignment on what you've done. If you're not currently teaching, this becomes a little bit more complicated. So you're going to do this on a hypothetical basis. And I've been instructed by the powers that be that this can't be a classroom management issue. Okay, so it's written right in the assignment, and that comes from my bosses. It can't be something that, well, you know, I've got too much talking in the classroom. So it can't be as simple as that. It should be based on the readings of each week. So you can see we've done how people develop cognitively, and we've got Piaget and Vygotsky, that were the 2 theorists that we talked about there. Personal, social, and moral development, learner differences and learner needs, cultural diversity and values in the classroom, motivation in teaching, and classroom assessment. Now, this is going to be due during week 6, but if you want to go ahead and take a peek at the classroom assessment, you can absolutely include that as well, even though I've listed topics week 2 to week 6. You absolutely can include classroom assessment if you would like to read ahead. Just know that that does need to be connected to those PDFs that we've been focusing on predominantly. Let's very quickly take a look at the action research proposal, and you're just going to download it. And remember, this is in 2 phases, okay? So the first one is only your proposal, and the next one is actually the action research. This is going to be about 1 page. There is an exemplar under exemplar in the content, and I'll show you where that is in a bit. But part 1 is really just preparing and doing some pre-reading. What is action research? What are the parameters that we consider it in? And how does it all work? So you're going to go to this article, and you're going to take a look to see exactly what action research is. And I want you to just, when you're reading it, think about this, okay? Observing your own teaching, identifying a problem. This is the most important in this aspect. Analyzing the problem, and then proposing a solution based on the problem, okay? Connect it to the course reading. So all of those learning theories and diversity in the classroom, and what happens when you have different behaviors in the classroom, and social needs, all of that stuff. So you want to draw it to connect it to the course readings. And then you're going to apply your solution and evaluate, okay? So think about that when you're doing this reading of this. Here on the next page is the actual written proposal. Okay, so part A is just things to think about while you're reading that website. Part B is the actual written proposal, and it's due on Wednesday of week 6. And you're going to write about a 1-page outline. And what you're going to do is you're going to describe the environment that you're teaching in. So your learners, the physical classroom or your lab, your timelines, industry standards, safety, and anything else that you think is relevant for your particular classroom. Describe one problem or teaching challenge you have identified in your classroom from the areas of learner maturity and cognitive development, personal, social, and moral development, learner differences, learner needs, cultural diversity in the classroom, motivation in teaching. Assessment's been left off that just because we won't have gotten to week 7, but if you'd like to tackle that on your own, I'm totally fine with that. Then you're going to just analyze the problem. So what is the problem? Not necessarily the behavior you're seeing, but the reasons for the behavior. So I identify at least 2 possible reasons for the problem that you've identified. And these are going to be some of the indicators that could be in there. And then you're going to propose the solution, and this is going to be the action research that you actually run, okay? And you're going to hand in the proposal to the Dropbox on week 6, and here is the rubric that's attached. So just make sure you do look at the rubric because it offers some hints. Okay, so that's going to be your week 6 and a half assignment, I guess. And I'm going to just go and show you where the exemplars are. Under exemplar, okay, and there's an example of one of the proposals that has been done. You can take a look at it to see just an example. Okay, so that's part A, and you're just going to tell me what you would like to do in a 1-page outline for your action research. For the second portion of it, it will be due on the final date of the course, and you'll have all of week 8, where am I going here? All of week 8 to do this. Okay, so that's the actual action research proposal, or pardon me, assignment. So it's right here, and let's take a look. Let's open up that Dropbox. It's due on November 11th, and here's the assignment itself. Okay. Okay, so here's the action research, and this is doing basically a live research in your students or your little guinea pigs. So you need to write a paper. It's a formal paper. It's about 1,200 words long, and in the exemplars there's one that is a really nicely written APA paper, and then there's another one that's a little bit more of a bulleted list and kind of a point form. I don't care which one you choose, but do keep an eye on that minimum that again has been mandated by my boss. So it's got to be a minimum of 1,200 words. So here's that link to the article that you would have looked at and before you begin. So take a look at this. It's very much similar to what was in the proposal. And if you're not currently teaching, you can substitute this in a way that makes sense to you, hypothetical, in your own observations of what type of teacher you think you would be, and when that, you know, maybe the readings has kind of made you wonder about how you can improve your own future classroom. If you have any doubts, if you're not currently teaching, if you have any doubts, then for sure contact me, okay? And so you're going to create this scenario where you're actually going to have an intervention in your class. You're going to make one change, and you're going to let us know how it all worked. And here is a guideline of what should be included in your paper. Okay, and here is the assessment. Okay. And just going back to the table of contents, and under exemplars, there's 2 student exemplars. One, again, I mentioned, is a beautiful APA paper, and one is a little bit more of a point form, but they both fulfill the criteria, and they were both really well done. So if you have any questions, be sure to let me know. Otherwise, good luck on thinking about that action research that you'd like to undertake, and make sure that that proposal comes in on time. Thank you.